my friends, and welcome back to Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel. So, today I want to bring you to Melissano, to a town that is in Salento, Lecce province, Apulia region. So, and I want to search for the cheapest property for sale. Now, most affordable, inexpensive, but let's say anyway, cheap properties in Salento area. Now, today I selected already one property, but because I found a few amount of properties for very good price, so for real, like a bargain. So I'd say I want to show you very quickly all these properties that I found, and then it's up to you if you. I selected just one, but then it's up to you. I will put in the description the link of the video of this page of Idealista so you can find the same properties that I already selected. Now, Melissano is a town under 20,000 inhabitants, so is under the 7% taxation. It's not far from the sea. It's 2 hours from the nearest airport, and so I'd say is a good place, for example, where to buy a property or to live or as an investment and so on, or just as a holiday home. Anyway, after this introduction, put like and subscribe if you like this type of videos. I'm gonna make more about properties. I'm gonna make more videos about properties. So the first one that I found is this one for 38,000 euro, which is barely nothing, let's say. Is an independent house on 2 floors. Now it says that is in need of renovation. According to me, not necessary a heavy renovation, but anyway, it requires a certain amount of works. But for this amount of money, anyway, I'd say I wanted to make the video about this property, but then I found another one. So there is also this one for 39,900 euro, 3 rooms, 100 square meters, vaulted ceilings, and so on. Beautiful. Anyway, beautiful house, also in need of little restoration. Then there is a lovely apartment, according to me, for 45,000 euro. Now it depends anyway if you like apartments or if you prefer a house, let's say. Anyway, for me, also an apartment here, if the apartment is big, so we are talking about 140 meters square, 7 rooms, 2 bathrooms, and so on. So also this property can be interesting. The one for 48,000, I didn't have a look. And now there is this one for 50,000 euro, which I found very, very interesting. And so this is the one that I'm going to inspect today, so that I'm going to see in the details. So we are talking about, oh, let's set up English language, first of all. I think I have to do it again because I'm registered here. Anyway, let's do very quick. Melissano, Lecce, from the cheapest. Let's put English language in English. Then let's avoid auctions, exclude auction properties, and let's go just for houses and not in need, technically not in need of renovation, good condition. All right, so let's see if we are back to our search. Yes, exactly the properties that I found before. All right, so here let's enter into this property for 50,000 euro. So detached house for sale in via Don Giovanni Minzoni 8. So 50,000 euro, 120 square meters, 7 rooms. Now let's just go, before we read the description, just to see the basic features. We have a detached house, 120 meters built, square built, 7 rooms, 2 bathrooms, second hand, good condition. I'd say some renovation works might be need, but anyway, it's not about big amount of money. Air conditioning, garden. I'm not reading anything at the moment about the heating system. Let's see if we find um more into the details. So anyway, first of all, let me show you how far is from the nearest airport. So we are talking about Bari, Bari Airport here. So to Melissano, we are talking about Melissano. So it's 2 hours and 7 minutes driving. Anyway, Bari is not very close, but anyway, it's around 204 kilometers from Bari. Then we have another airport which is closer, Brindisi Airport. And so we are talking about 90 kilometers, and it says around 1 hour 59 minutes, 1 hour. Perfect. So we saw the destination, the how far is from the airport. Now let's go next. So here I want to show you, first of all, let me move 1 second my face here. Now I want to show you how far is from the sea. Okay, so basically, let's see if it says Melissano. Here we are talking about around less than 10 kilometers. Let me type again, Torre Suda. Now I choose the nearest destination from Melissano to the sea. Now it says around 16 minutes driving. Okay, yeah, I saw it. 1 second. So many destinations here. Okay, yes, it says anyway around 16 kilometers. As I said, less than 16 minutes, less than 10 kilometers from the sea. I selected this location, which is called Torre Suda, which is it looks like the nearest but also one of the most beautiful destination in this area. Now let's go to see a bit of few pictures about Torre Suda, that is destination close to Melissano. Anyway, what else I wanted to show you? How far is from the other towns in the area. So let's say like the biggest center close to Melissano that we find is Gallipoli. So if you want a bigger center, you have to go to Gallipoli, which is maybe 15-20 minutes driving. And then if we want, there is Lecce, but Lecce, I'd say, is around 40 minutes driving, between 30 and 40 minutes driving from Lecce. And then in the meantime, we find Otranto, Galatina, Copertina, and many other destinations. Also, it's not far from Santa Maria di Leuca and so on. But anyway, the nearest important center is Gallipoli. Anyway, we are talking about a town that is under 20,000 inhabitants. Perfect. Again, here Torre Suda is this type of rocky beaches, but also it's possible to find sandy beaches in the area, like this one, for example, not only rocks. But anyway, this is the type of sea that you're gonna have in this area. All right, so now let's go back to the property and let's investigate the pictures. Actually, let's start from the videos. Let's see. It's gonna take, let's watch. It's 3 minutes and 41 seconds. So we enter in the house. There is a kind of big hall corridor. Now let's see. They're entering in this room. The first room is a bedroom. All right. So with its own access, so you don't really need to keep the door open, for example, from the living room that I see it's possible to access from the bedroom from two different rooms, from the living room and from the hall. Now, furniture, anyway, is interesting. The furniture is interesting because it's old, but it's stylish. Then I see the radiators, which is very important. I see um, another bedroom, which is also interesting. Then radiator, so there is a heating system in the house. Also, the door, for example, are a bit old, but they are interesting. For example, I would keep this type of door. I would just renew it. I don't like these wooden, let me say, these frames in wood. I don't really like it. I'm not a fan. I would remove that. I would make it more or just white or stylish with tiles and so on. So here we have a kitchenette, dining table with a fireplace, plenty of storage. Then here we have a bathroom, which is not in bad condition, so possible to be used keys in hand. I see an electrical boiler, kind of new. This type of boiler don't consume a lot because they're quite small and they heat the water quite soon, so you have straight away hot water. Here we are back to the dining area, kind of. So there is plenty of space in this house. I like another extra veranda with hob. I see the hobs here. Interesting. And then we also have a garden space, which is also very, very interesting. Anyway, it requires a bit of work, some renovations, obviously, but it's not really mud work. We are not talking about mud works. So we have extra space here. I'm wondering now what is this. So we have an extra outdoor bathroom. I don't know, maybe I would make a kind of jacuzzi room, for example, here. I would use this space. I would remake totally, also because you have water, straight away access to the water. Interesting. This is a kind of room, facilities room. Then we had another storage room, which is interesting. Okay, I'd say the video is quite interesting. Obviously, uh, it's possible to keep in a better condition, but anyway, so we saw the first video. It says there is another one. Let me see. Okay, here after a kind of project of restoration, they're showing the same. So it's €2, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I don't know. Anyway, it's possible to renovate always to the standards that people like. I mean, nothing wrong with it. I will try to make it maybe more stylish, more less modern, and more maybe with old with tiles, bricks in view. Uh, Interesting. It's quite interesting. Anyway, I don't really see the need to spend a lot of money to renovate it, but there is a kind of potential. Okay, now let me read the description very quickly. Now, in Melissano, a town a few kilometers from Gallipoli, we offer for sale a comfortable and welcoming detached house consisting of an entrance hall, two bedrooms, one of which has a star-shaped vault and is very bright, a beautiful living room, an open space dining room, a practical kitchenette, two bathrooms, one internal and one external. The external is quite interesting. It could be to imagine something maybe, you know, a relaxation place, a practical covered veranda with a sink and a large and relaxing garden from which you can access the boiler area and the storage room. The house will be sold fully furnished. Interesting because I saw in the pictures one very old radio that I would be interested just for that old radio. The apartment has NL meter, so electricity meter, water connection, and heating system with diesel boiler. Okay, diesel boiler maybe is not the best, but I think maybe can be converted in gas boiler. One air conditioner. We recommend viewing the property at the size of the lot and its potential make it very interesting. We also recommend it to all tourists who intend to invest in Salento, not only in terms of real estate, but also in terms of health, given the particularity of the almost always mild climate and the unique and suggestive landscape with sandy beaches, clear and crystalline waters that make this area a paradise. Alright, size covered area 120 square meters, approximately uncovered area 60 square meters. And then it gives information about Melissano, 7,000 inhabitants in the province of Lecce, is an important center for the production of wine and table grapes. It has several historical monuments to visit, such as the Church of Beata Vergine del Rosario. Interesting, with its facade entirely in Lecce stone, which was built starting 1885. The Church of the Immaculate Conception, dating back to the second half of the 17th century, and the former Church of Sant'Antonio, whose first attestation dates back 1575. Anyway, the geographical position and the excellent road network allow you to easily reach the most important towns and center of Salento in just a few minutes by car. Possible mortgage and so on. All right, make an appointment to buy or sell a house. Okay, now let's go and let's have a look at the pictures. Okay, this is the property from outside. Okay, now once I'm here and let's try to go on Google Maps. So via Don Giovanni Minzoni. Let me try to type here via Don Giovanni Minzoni. I think it's number 8. Number 8, Melissano. Let's see where it's leading me. Let's see if it's finding where the property is. Let's have a look. Okay, let me move again my face. Let's go here. All right, then I'd say is in the area, in this area, via via Don Giovanni Minzoni. I want to see where the property is located. It's not showing me. Okay, here. Let's have a look. All right, so I think we found the house straight away. If I'm not wrong, should be this one. Let's see. Let's see if it's this one here. Let's go back in the ad to yeah. So yes, this is the house. Beside there is a lovely house. I see. Anyway, we'll go back later to the house by on Google Maps. Okay, here we have another picture from outside. Anyway, it's an interesting area. Then anyway, we have the hall as I show you. For example, here again, I would remove all these wooden, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, this wood on the wall, I would remove it. I find it very, very old stylish and not fascinating. Okay, then they say they are selling all the furniture. Now, it depends. Now, let me see. This type of chair is interesting. This type of furniture is not really bad, even if it's old, was very well kept. Maybe what I don't like is this chair. I would remove the paints, these frames here on the wall. I like this type of old doors. I would not get rid of these doors. Anyway, here we have one room with a vaulted ceiling, with a star vault ceiling. The floor It's nothing special, but anyway, I won't throw it. I would keep this floor. For example, in this room, I would keep it. Maybe in other rooms, I would change it. There is a huge wardrobe, and again, they are saying that they are selling with the furniture. So, according to me, this old furniture, in particular in this room, I would keep it. Then in other rooms, maybe not. But I would just remove that chair that I showed you before. Then, anyway, here we have dining living room. Again, I'm not really a fan of this type of furniture, but has its own value. I totally don't like the couch here, the sofa, and this wardrobe here, totally unnecessary. I would get rid of this. The table and this, for example, drawer here, why not? Then, anyway, I see radiators. For me, that's very, very important. Doors, I don't dislike that doors. For me, even if they're old, they're nice. They have the style of the property. The floor is the same as the same floor as in that bedroom. Anyway, this couch maybe has its own value, I don't know. But maybe because it's old, but it's very well kept, maybe it's even possible to resell it. Okay, here furniture totally I don't like, this is nothing special. Anyway, there is this bedroom that doesn't have windows. In fact, in the project to renovate, they were showing a kind of ceiling window to make it to get external light. I don't know. Anyway, it's an extra bedroom, but for this amount of money, 50,000 euro, I'd say it's a very interesting property. It depends if it has extra windows here, at least to have access. Uh, anyway, air that is going through from one room to another. Okay, then we have this other space that there's plenty of tables, for example. I count already one table in that room that I would use only for as a living room. For example, this table, I don't need this table if I have the kitchen. I would make this room just a living room. Then we have that bedroom. Then I see another table here. I'd rather use this space that is kitchen, dining room, with this quite big hall, for example. I would use this space. So much useless furniture also at the same time. But here we have a huge dining room, quite spacious. So I don't need to have one table there, another table here. I don't know. Probably there's gonna be, then there's the fireplace. Probably there is another table in the veranda, if I'm not wrong. Anyway, it's an interesting property. Okay, here we have the kitchenette, which is in a good order. Obviously, it's nothing special, this furniture. Anyway, we have a hob here because I saw another hob in the veranda. Here we have the bathroom. Anyway, the bathroom has a window, that's okay. Then we have this electric boiler that gives hot water straight away because it's quite small. So I'd say that this property, it's an interesting property. Yeah, this is the little veranda with another tap, with another boiler here, I see, with another, it's like a second kitchen, looks like a second kitchen. The floor is nothing special, but it's not really needed to be changed. Then we have a generous and lovely space as a garden that can be used, for example. I'm not saying to make a swimming pool, but a place where kind of jacuzzi, even with a shelter, instead of this bathroom here, which think is quite useless, unless I want to make a second kind of house here. I mean, there's another room that can be used maybe as a bedroom with with his own bathroom. So anyway, there is kind of bit of space. There is also access to the terrace, which is also good. It's not saying, for example, in the description. No, I see this property is quite interesting. So we have this bathroom that is not even in a very bad condition. Can be used. For example, the shower here hasn't been used. I see. Anyway, some renovation. It requires some renovation. Yeah, you see the shower haven't been hasn't been used, but possible to do some works. The facility room, and then we have an extra room that maybe can be made another bedroom or another little apartment. And I don't know, it's possible to put a kitchen to make a second small apartment, something like that. I don't know, it's just an idea. Then here we have this staircase that is leading to the terrace. Okay, here they're showing pictures of the terrace. So there is also a terrace, which makes it even. I'd say that this house has a huge potential, and to be in Melissano, and Melissano anyway is a touristic destination. I think this is a really valuable property for this amount of money. All right, so we saw the pictures, we saw the video, we read the description. What else I can show you? Let me see. Let's go by the street. Okay, so basically this is the road where the house is, surrounded by other decent homes. For example, I would spend some money, just maybe, not even huge money, but for example, but the facade is not really in need of major works. A good paint, I even like this color. I would keep it. Anyway, you have a look at the houses around, you see in which way they keep it, and for example, this house here, you can see how people are keeping the houses beside, so you might decide to keep as well your in a similar style, for example. Anyway, it's interesting. Or I wanted to see as well here, for example, we have newer properties. These are more modern. Then we have this one here, this type of property, a lot of letter in the box letter. Nobody's collecting anything. There is the syndrome of the postman. Okay, so basically many interesting houses. It looks like a decent road. I believe we are not far from Melissano city center. I guess maybe in 5-10 minutes by walk is possible to reach. All right, now let's see here on. Let me see. Now here I'm in Melissano city center, the town center. Let's have a look 1 second. Let's go and see if I'm reaching one of the main square. So we have this square here. Now, in the description was mentioning a few churches around Melissano. I'm interested to know the name of this church, for example. I'm curious. Anyway, each town has its own historical center, historical church. It's not saying the name here of the church. Anyway, we have these lovely old buildings. Anyway, here we are more in the center, in Melissano center. What's this shop? Valentino. So we have a fishmonger here. Wow, here fish is fresh every day. So I would like just to live here to eat everyday fish. Caffetteria del Centro, so this is a little bar. Valentino, in honor of Valentine's Day. I hope you celebrate it. So, okay, we have Pescheria, which is fishmonger. We have this bar here. Then let's see what else. Tabacchi. This is the typical tabacchi seller. But not only, they don't sell only tabacchi anyway. They sell many things. All right, my friends. So here we are in the center of Melissano. I see this building quite old but a bit abandoned. It's a pity, probably it's for sale. So, but we won't know until we go there and we start asking people around us. For sure, this building has an historical value. I see, and probably there are vaulted ceiling, but this is the type of building that if you want to renovate, it's gonna cost you a fortune. Even I can see a fresco here. It's gonna cost a fortune to renovate this type of house. Maybe it's gonna be under a certain kind of regulation because it's an historical building, so you cannot even renovate as you wish, as you would. All right, so and from this view of Melissano, I wish you a lovely day, a lovely Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow where I'll go back to other properties for sale. So I'm changing the plan. I'm gonna change this week a bit my routine with the videos. I will still make a video a day, but I decided that 4 days a week I'm gonna show properties because I believe these are the type of videos which people are more interested than rather than videos that are not really paying the people attention. All right, my friends, so I hope you have enjoyed the video and I see you here on Italy, a place to love YouTube channel tomorrow to my next video. Emozioni, emotions, pharmacies, we have pharmacies, so okay, playroom, and so on. Okay, have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow here on Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Bye.